All, let's make some sannas today. Sannas is a idli, is a type of idli that is made out of yeast. No longer soaking hours required. No special fermentation temperature required. It's made out of made using yeast. So let's see how to make it, and let's see what all we need. The grains that we need. Here I have a fistful of urad dal that I have soaked for about 2 hours, and I have measured in this cup. You can take any cup for measurement, and I have this red boiled rice that has been washed, soaked for about 2 hours. I have taken about 3 cups. Cup has in this cup, or you can use any cup. So I've used 3 cups of rice there, and I have taken about half cup of Sona Masuri rice. I soaked all these grains for about 2 hours. Now I'm going to grind it until it's nice and creamy. It's good to use a wet grinder. If not, you can just put it in the blender and make the rice into powder, dry powder, and then grind it. That's a better way to grind, because this red boiled rice might be difficult in a blender. While it's grinding, let's quickly see what else we need. We need a teaspoon of yeast. I have used a brand here. This is from Walmart, and you can use any kind of yeast. I'm using active dry yeast here. So it has instructions on the back, so you can just read the instruction and use as much as required. So how to use it says, for each packet simply dissolve 1/4 cup warm liquid with 1 teaspoon sugar to activate yeast, then follow your recipe. So the packet says 1 packet, as you can read, 1 packet is approximately 2 and 1/4 teaspoons. So we are, for this amount of batter, for the batter that we want to use yeast, requires 1 teaspoon of yeast. So I'm going to use 1 packet and simply dissolve it in 1/4 cup warm liquid, which has 1 teaspoon of sugar. So I'm going to warm this liquid water until it is nice and warm. So like it's when I dip my finger in it, so I should feel the warmth of the water, and then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar into it and dissolve, and wait until it dissolves completely. Then I'm going to add 1 packet of, that is 2 and 1/4 teaspoon of yeast, active dry yeast, into this, and let it sit for like 5 to 10 minutes until it becomes nice and frothy on top, when I can see foams on top. And then I'm going to dissolve it in the batter. Right now the batter is getting ground. Let it grind, and then when it's done, we are going to use the yeast. This is the consistency of the batter that you see. It's almost idli batter, and to this batter I'm going to add, as you have noticed, there is no salt added yet. So we are going to add sugar to this to give it a fermentation environment inside. So we are going to add sugar. So when we add yeast, it's a yeast can easily help ferment the batter. So add sugar, maybe 1.5 tablespoon of sugar to this amount of batter. I've added sugar, so I'm going to mix everything together. And here is the warm water, 1/4 cup warm water. To this I'm going to add a teaspoon of sugar and 1 pack of yeast. In goes yeast. Let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then it will form a frothy layer on top. Then we can mix the yeast solution to the batter and let it ferment for about 2 hours. In about 5 minutes, you can see it's frothing up. You can give it a good mix and mix it to the batter. Mixed everything. Everything, and now let it ferment for 2 hours. Close the lid and keep it in a warm place in your kitchen. This is the Sanna batter after 1.5 hours, and it has almost tripled in size. And this is the container full of batter. I have kept my water for heating in a idli steamer, and I have greased all the idli plates or Sanna plates. Lightly give it a swirl, the entire batter, a swirl, and scoop the batter into the idli plates or Sanna plates until it's 3/4 filled, or almost half and 3/4, between half or 3/4. It's up to you. You can fill batter in any kind of cups, steel cups, or any kind of plates that you have. Kids will like to eat in such kind of cups that form the idli shape or Sanna shape. Do try using some special cups or plates that you have, the steel cups or plates. This is how I have filled the idli plates with batter, almost half, and it will go sit in the steamer now. This is how they are sitting. Close the lid and steam it for about 15 to 20 minutes. After about 15 minutes, this is how the idlis have cooked, and do touch the surface of the idlis. It should not be sticking to your fingers. That's when it's done. Place them in the plate filled with cold water until it cools down. Try to pull the sides here. Try to pull the sides as you turn around, and then give it a good shake, and then remove the idlis or sannas from the plate. Give it a good shake like this. The sannas are ready. It looks yummy and tasty. Do try this sannas. Traditionally, these sannas are made using toddy, that is extracted from the coconut trees, and it's also made using yeast. Do try this. Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Bye for now.